Listener Podcast. I got a question for you. Can you guess what episode number this is? You can't? This is episode 150. Yes, sir. Episode 150. And what an episode this is going to be, because we talking about night one of the WWE draft, along with some other news. But of course, gotta introduce myself. It's your boy, Darnell Sparrow, yo, B-A-D-D, Superman. He is the real Varnell Hill, the notorious Antoine Smooth. What is going on?
What's up, man?
Yes,
What is up?
yes, sir. Like I said, this is episode 150. We talking about night one of the SmackDown draft. We're gonna talk about all the picks. Talking about
down, got my list here.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're talking about all the picks, all 4 rounds. There will be additional picks going on this weekend, but we will talk about those on the next episode, along with the picks that will happen on Monday Night Raw. But
so this is part 1
yes,
of the draft, and next week will be part 2.
There it is.
On the Snap Podcast. All right.
There it is. And just to do a quick plug, I haven't done it in a while. Haven't done this in a while. Wildcat Sports, you know that's my peoples. Those are my dogs. They're actually having a show in New Orleans. Let me get it up. Then they don't. You ain't been plugging us in a while, so I got to plug them. I'm like my bad. You know, I got to show them some love. It's actually 4 weeks away. May 20th, John Curtis High School, River Ridge, Louisiana. Tickets start at $15, but will be $20 at the door. You can go to wildcat.eventbrite.com for your tickets. The matches that has already been announced. We have PJ Hawks going one-on-one with Brian Keith. We have Gigi Ray going one-on-one with Promise Braxton. We have the rematch but this time it's for the Wildcat Sports Tag Team Championship. These two met once before at X-Rated, but this time the title's on the line. Slime Season, Wildcard J Spade and Buku Dao will be defending against Fly Death. And also another rematch from the last Wildcat show that I went to. Danny Flamingo getting another shot at the title against the Wildcat Sports heavyweight champion Brady Pierce. So those are the matches that have been announced as of right now. Like I said, it is May 20th. John Curtis High School, wildcat.eventbrite.com. Get your tickets now. So, we talking about the WWE draft. Been 2 years, about 18 months to be specific. Triple H laid it down.
Different this time because they had the Hall of Famers to announce.
They had Hall of Famers to announce. Triple H said it. Everybody was eligible. Raw, SmackDown, NXT.
Thank goodness.
But the only thing that surprised me, well, really I ain't gonna say like it's just the first night. You know, I had some expectations of who I thought was gonna get drafted tonight. Didn't happen, so I'm assuming, you know, they're gonna get drafted Monday night. And we're going to talk about it. Let's just go get right into it. Round 1. The number 1 pick. And we got to talk about this.
And this is the key here.
And I want y'all, you got to follow us.
Right.
The number 1 pick, or shall I say picks up, Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa, and the undisputed Universal Champion Roman Reigns.
That's it.
Now you're probably asking yourself, for those who didn't see it, where are the Usos in this?
Right. They're getting Monday. They're getting drafted according to Michael and Wade. And Wade made a good point tonight. He said you just can't draft the entire bloodline. You know, there's too many. So you have to, there's too many guys. So you have to break it down. I understand where Wade was coming from.
And if you saw SmackDown tonight, if you didn't, we're going to spoil it for you. The Usos didn't win the tag titles.
No.
If you didn't see it, the plan that was set backfired. Backfired big time.
Right.
So that ocean of obscurity is where they're headed. So I would not be surprised that the Usos go to Raw.
That'll be the end of the bloodline right there.
But think about this. That wouldn't be a bad thing. Because, the Usos, you got Roman on Raw, you got Solo on Raw. You got some Samoans on one side, you got some Samoans on the other brand.
Yeah, I got
you. You got to have, you don't want to put them all on one brand.
Right.
See, I'm looking at it from that perspective.
I get what you're saying. You want the bloodline to be split, but in a way, you got Samoans here and then you got Samoans over here.
So technically, they not broke up. They just they just divided.
Different shows.
Yeah, that's all. I'm kind of looking at it from that perspective, because I feel if they really trying to get Solo at the top, the Usos need to be on a different brand.
Yeah.
And if Paul Heyman gonna be his mouthpiece, yeah, they definitely need to be on a different brand. So if they pull that trigger, I agree with it.
Yeah.
Second pick. Now this one, we really gonna have to talk about this one. I'm not rocking with this, and you'll see why here in a minute.
Is that right?
The second pick, Cody Rhodes to Raw. I'm not feeling this. Now I want you to take this journey with me.
I want to hear this one.
Cody Rhodes came to Raw. Cody Rhodes came back to the WWE to do what?
Win the title.
What title?
The WWE title.
Where's the WWE title? Technically.
Oh, well, since Roman been drafted, it's over to SmackDown.
Exactly. So
that means, like Triple H said, if he gonna have both belts and he's staying put wherever he's drafted, which was SmackDown.
Right. So you're keeping him on Raw. If he wins the World Heavyweight title, what story is he finishing? His dad never competed for that. So what story are you finishing?
Right.
That belt has nothing to that belt has nothing to do. That belt has nothing to do with. Right. Yeah, Dusty held the big gold belt, but that was the NWA.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So you can't really. I know that
it's not finished,
and it won't be finished. So
be finished now.
So that's basically like a consolation prize for Cody, because that's basically what that is. He wins that belt. That's basically what it is.
SmackDown tonight, then we can understand. But
and to be honest with you, I wouldn't put it on right away. I would have put it on Seth Rollins.
I think that's going to happen anyway. I think that's a given.
I think Seth Rollins would have been the perfect fit to be the inaugural of that version World Heavyweight Champion.
I would not be surprised. Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised. They make some kind of trade to get Cody to SmackDown.
Now you think that'll happen?
Trades? It would make sense. Cause why keep Cody on Raw? Especially if Brock Lesnar is a free agent. Cause he's not gonna be brand specific.
No. Cause he gonna like you said, he gonna be pretty more freelance.
Cody needs to go where Roman is.
Yeah. To finish the story.
Yes. That was not a wise move.
I see what you're saying now. Yeah, I got you.
So I would not be surprised at some point a trade happens. He goes to SmackDown unless USA is hell bent on keeping him on USA. They keeping him on Raw for rating purposes.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can see. Cause you know at some point he gonna be on TV. They talking about that too. They want him to start doing movies and stuff. So that I can see that too.
Yeah.
Third pick, Bianca Belair, the Raw Women's Champion, going to SmackDown.
Now that's the one I went on. I kind of hummed on it. Because, see, I thought she was going to stay put.
And I said, here we go again.
That was a moment for me.
I said, here we go with this Becky Charlotte belt swapping.
Belt swapping, yes.
And she said, she kind of jumped the gun on that promo. If you heard her.
See, they say she was in Ireland.
And she said she was the SmackDown Women's Champion. You jumped the gun. I mean, we know it's pretty much gonna happen. We know we're going wrong. We know this. You pretty much said it. Yeah, but you kind of jumped the gun. But I don't like when they do belt swaps.
Yeah, just like here you go.
I was like, you should have just let her just drop the title and let her just win the other one.
Right.
It would have made better sense. So that's basically telling us Rhea Ripley's going to Raw.
Yeah.
Now here's a question. What if she doesn't? Let's just play that scenario for a second. What if she doesn't? Let's just play the game.
This is not permanent, right? Because to be permanent, you have to be drafted there, correct?
Right. You gotta be drafted there. See, Rhea ain't got drafted there yet.
Let's say Rhea Ripley goes to SmackDown. Yeah. But if she don't get drafted,
let's just say she's the SmackDown Women's Champion right now.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, she's still on Raw.
Yes.
But she's the SmackDown Women's Champion. Let's just say she go, because it would make sense for her to just stay on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I would prefer that. Just let her drop it down and have her feud with Rhea, what we were supposed to get anyway. Let her chase it.
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer that. And then we get Becky Lynch to Raw.
Well, that's no surprise there. You know, Seth is there. I don't see, Seth is there. They did that for Seth. So.
All right, well, she's hurt.
But she's hurt.
I mean, why did they draft somebody injured? I don't get that. They could have just left her. They could have not drafted and just kept her where she was.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get that neither, but I can see. But that wasn't a surprise. I figured they'd do that. Get Becky last. Because I kind of guessed it.
But I guess we know what she's about to get into, so I guess they wanted to. They wanted to stick with it, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's go to round 2. And we got to talk about this one. First pick, round 2, the Street Profits. I
said no. That's the first thing I said no.
I got like this. What are they afraid of? Why are they so afraid to pull this trigger?
Yes.
Not saying they still can't do it.
Oh,
but why are they so afraid to pull the trigger on people? I know they over, I know they popular. But y'all keep hyping up Montez for... See, WWE been doing this lately.
Yeah.
They'll hype some, overhype some, but never do it. Or they'll disappoint and don't do it.
Because you put the man up against Roman Reigns. Talking about Montez. We're going to go back to him and Roman. Wasn't this a test run? We both said this. You like, oh, man, because you clearly said, oh, this is a test run for Montez.
Yeah.
It's a test run. Can he be a main eventer?
Because you're not just going to put him up against the champ for nothing.
Yeah.
On live TV for nothing.
Right. And then the chamber. And then him with U.S. title match with Austin Theory. Come on, this ain't no test run? Are you kidding? This is a test run. Montez proved it to me.
I'm like, what are y'all so afraid of? I mean, y'all really that nervous that Angelo Dawkins gonna fade in the wind?
Right.
But I really think he's good enough to make it on his own if you give him the right look. Give him the right look and give him the right character. Or give him a mouthpiece. Put him in the Hurt Business.
Right. Like I said, put MVP with him. Yes. Put him in the Hurt Business. The read they were talking about, they gonna reform it.
Yeah, just give him a new look. He got the swag. He'll be all right.
Yeah.
He showed that. I think when people started was talking all that about Montez Ford, you notice his body changed, and everything about him just changed.
Yeah.
So what'd that say?
Right.
Think he would have been all right. Second pick of round 2, and I like this one.
I did too.
And
I was cheering this one.
All 3 members of Imperium. I like this one. This was smart.
Because that told me, I said, Austin Theory's going to SmackDown.
Which he should.
Yeah. That's what's finna happen. Not only was I happy, I also said, I said, so this telling me that Austin Theory going to SmackDown, which is perfect. Perfect.
Which is also telling me we gonna get to see Seth Rollins and Gunther.
Yes. Oh God. The matches that Gunther gonna have on Raw. So like you said, one Seth Rollins. Oh God.
You know that's the product one of his first robberies. You know it's coming. And that's gonna be a
great.
Yes, you know it's going to be one of his first robberies.
That what stole the night for me was that right there, the Imperium going to Raw. Now we going to see Gunther on the big stage.
And think about this. We gonna get Gunther and Brock Lesnar now.
Now we definitely, yes.
We getting it now.
Getting it there, yes.
And I guarantee I would not be shocked we don't get it I'd be shocked if we don't get it at SummerSlam. I would be disappointed if we don't get SummerSlam.
Yeah.
That's the perfect time. Title don't gotta be on the line.
Right.
That'd be the perfect setup.
Perfect. Yeah.
Edge, third pick. Edge going to SmackDown. I agree with this.
Yeah. At first I was on the fence, but then I understood it.
Because I was talking to some folks. They said, well, Why? I said, you got to think about this. When Edge became a rated R superstar and started becoming World Heavyweight Champion, Edge was dominating SmackDown.
Yep.
That was his show.
Because you know him and Roman going to be down the line.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. He gonna get a one-on-one world title before he retire.
Yeah.
Because he said in the article he think he can get another year out of his system.
Yeah. Because he was talking about this may be his last, and he can get a year out.
He said
he's long term, not because of an injury.
Yeah, he said they can get one more year. Well, I mean, you got to go back. What it was like 2006, 2007, around them times.
The Revolution and all that. Yeah.
Ed was dominating.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Because you had that period. At one time it was Rock Show. At one period Edge was running it.
Yeah. So this was a great pick.
Yes. I wouldn't be surprised. We might see him more. He might start doing the cutting edge more. Then can't forget about that.
Right. But clearly they making SmackDown the A show.
Yes. You can't forget about his feuds with Taker, Batista, Cena.
Yes.
All Edge's great feuds to me were on SmackDown.
Yeah. Right. Kurt Angle and all them. Yeah.
All his feuds on SmackDown. So that was smart. Riddle stayed on Raw.
Yeah, that was kind of a given. Kind of like because I was telling, I know I was talking to some people as well about him. You know, this was pretty much before we started the show, and they was like, you know, Matt Riddle's going to Raw. That's just obvious, you know. They was talking about maybe Randy may show back up. We don't know. That's one fan told me. It may be because Randy, I doubt that. You know, if Randy is hurt like that badly, then I don't see it. But, you know, it ain't going to hurt him, you know, at all. I mean, because he'll star anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if Randy, even he did come back, you know, what then?
Right.
You know, everybody waiting on Randy to turn on him. That's another thing.
They need to let that go.
But that ain't finna happen now. Even Randy said that himself. He was having fun with this.
I mean,
so
they need to let it go.
That's what the fans was telling me. I was like, I understand y'all like Randy. I mean, y'all, you know, want Randy to be a bad guy, but that ain't happening. This is pretty much the end of his career. So, you know, he pretty much taking it easy. That's why he's doing tag matches.
Right, which is smart.
As much, you know. So, but that's pretty much a pipe dream now. You know, him coming back. So.
Exactly. I'm like, this let Randy, you know.
They were just talking about Randy, Maverick Randy. Yeah. So.
He want to come back.
Right.
He just can't.
He can't.
I'm like, Father Time, get you every time.
Every time, yep. You know.
Part 3, or round 3, should I say. And we called this one.
I like this one.
Bobby Lashley to SmackDown. We called this one.
Yes, I like this.
And I think he needed a new scenery too.
Yes. I was like, oh God, thank you. When I heard Bobby going to SmackDown, oh God, thank you so much. Yes.
But I gotta ask this question. If it plays out the way we think, if Theory goes to SmackDown, Lashley goes to SmackDown, should he win back the U.S. title?
I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. think they got unfinished business too, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised Bronson Reed get switch up and go.
Yeah. He's another one that could go. Yeah, you're right.
I won't be surprised, but I think he'll probably be a better fit on Raw. But I won't be surprised. They just moved the fuse to another brand. But yeah, Lashley needs a whole new. So he was killing on Raw. He had nothing to prove on Raw anymore.
Nah, but no. He done the thing with Brock Lesnar and all that, so
I mean,
we got that match out the way. So
I say you,
yeah.
you won the WWE title. You won the United States title.
Yeah.
You went on SmackDown. You won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
So yeah.
Now, get you some new faces.
Mm-hmm.
Get a good few going with Solo.
There you go. That'd be something to see.
Yep. When they put him would he put Solo over?
All right.
He probably wouldn't have to.
Mm-hmm.
Drew McIntyre to Raw.
Now, yeah, I had questions about this, rumors about the contract and him leaving. I guess they worked it out, maybe. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I was like,
that was another pick for
yeah,
me.
Yeah, I was like, I said if he's going to Raw, he going straight to the world title picture.
Oh, no question.
Oh, that's the first thing came to my head.
Question.
He going straight to the world title picture.
No question.
He gonna be another one that's probably gonna be in that mix. If Cole don't win, he gonna probably be another one that's probably gonna win. Or he probably gonna be in the match. And like I said, like you said, what's the deal with him?
Because when you mentioned the world title picture, he going straight to it. At first I was like, why is he going to Raw? But then when you said he going straight to the title pit, then I was like, yeah, okay, I see why. He done been to WWE and WWE champion, so.
Yeah, I see no other reason. I see no other reason to bring him there.
World heavyweight title, yeah.
I mean, then they gonna need somebody really to replace Lashley.
Lashley, pretty much.
And his third pick. This was interesting.
Yeah.
All four members of the OC, the Good Brothers, Meechin, and AJ Styles. Now, mind you, AJ Styles, one, he's hurt. Two, he don't know when he's coming back. He can get back in the ring. He said that himself.
And I said, okay, this is the first faction to get in. Now, I said, okay, I see where this going. The way they beat up the Viking Raiders tonight in Valhalla with me and him, whatever, I like these. I said, this year they going to pretty much be like the NWO on SmackDown. Just terrorize people.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. They pretty much going to be like the NWO right now. They going to just pretty much wreak havoc on everybody. I mean, they whooped on the Viking Raiders. AJ going to pretty much be the target better. Going to be the catalyst,
That made him look like punks.
Right. So I said, they going to run roughshod over SmackDown.
I said, now AJ, you doing all these moves and you're not 100%.
I know what it's like, man. I hurt my ankle before. It's not fun. And I'm surprised he was walking. I'm like, he ain't got a boot on.
Mm-hmm.
If it's that bad, because now I had a boot on my ankle. At first, they shoot you with that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Get you with that pain. and uh, they sit there, wrap your leg, and put a boot on it and all this stuff. And I'm like, AJ walking? That's the first thing I said.
Mm-hmm.
Is he better? Well, he did the phenomenal forearm tonight.
Mm-hmm. So he pretty much gonna. So he pretty much gonna be the. He pretty much gonna be the mouthpiece. Let them do the work.
Yeah.
Well, they need to be a little bit more dominant because those brothers ain't been around for a minute.
Yeah.
And Megan, like I said, she just been there.
Yeah, she just there. She, they did with the Rhea Ripley thing. That's the only reason she was there.
Yep.
Judgment Day, so they were like, Triple H, I guess, like, well, we're going to stick you with them. So.
And then we have the Miz staying at Raw.
Which was not a surprise.
No. Miz
much is he's the media guy.
Let me say this about Miz. They say what you want about Miz. But Miz
Miz
came a long way. Miz is the bona fide company man.
Yeah. You talk about the epitome of a long way.
Miz went from the guy that JBL couldn't stand.
But respect now.
Yeah. Miz was the guy who had to change in the bathrooms.
Yes.
Miz was the guy. I mean, when they say nobody liked.
Yeah.
Now look at him.
Yeah. You say he's the company guy.
Miz is that guy. Got the fine wife. Which we still to this day trying to figure out how.
How did he snag up Maurice? I'm like, like you said, to this day I'm figuring that out. How did you snag Maurice up, bro?
And I guess you are, Miz. You are awesome.
Got 2 kids with him.
Yep.
2 girls.
You got married and all that. But see, Miz one of them dudes. He went out. Did his job.
Yep.
And he one of them guys you could depend on. And I like when he told Bryan Danielson when he cut that promo on him.
I'm talking about that talking smack.
When he talked about how he wrestled all the years, ain't never been hurt.
Yeah.
He was right. So when the last time Miz got injured?
He got injured, yeah. Has he ever been injured?
Now, I've seen, or been enough. He stood out for a long time.
Like Chris Jericho, when he never got injured. Yeah.
He one of them guys you could depend on him to do stuff.
Yeah.
That's Lord. He gonna be one of them dudes when he retire. His front office job waiting on him.
Yeah.
He gonna have that. He gonna have that job for life.
Oh, he got a job for life. Oh yes.
He gonna be a definite. That dude Triple H is gonna hire. He gonna have his office. He's gonna be working in creative.
You went far when you doing the celebrity basketball team at the All-Star game.
Yep. So
the Miz was part of that.
Yep,
yes.
he was part of that. The celebrity softball game.
Yeah. So he's the company guy.
But that's what you need, though.
That's what you need. Yes. I could say he's more of an ambassador than Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil more of the charity guy.
Yeah, he's more that guy.
Yeah, charity, yeah.
Which is smart too.
Yeah, of course.
Let's see. Then we go to the last round.
Now, this one I call the half NXT half. This is when we get our first NXT picks.
Yeah. But this first one, I was like, why? Why did you draft Damage Control to SmackDown?
I'm like, wait. I said, I'm thinking they gonna break them up. That was my first guess. And I'm like, all 3 of them, it's not working.
Because when they said Bayley, when he said Bayley, they paused.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, Bayley by herself. I was cool with that.
course.
I said, let this go.
I said, wow, they are really afraid. First with the Street Profits, now with Damage Control. They are really afraid to pull this trigger. If EO and Dakota be a team, that's cool.
No,
And Baby be by herself.
right.
It's not gonna hurt her.
No. Why?
It's not working.
I'm like,
The Outcast doing better than Damage Control.
yes.
Because it's working. They know what the female NWOs I call them.
That's all they are.
But it's working for them. And Ruby Soho, she's a perfect heel with them. I've seen her work heel before. She's good at it.
Yeah.
They doing better than Damage Control. They don't know what to do with them. Just put EO and Dakota as a team.
Because really, Io Sky is not a heel to me.
Bailey, she don't.
Io Sky is a baby face to me.
She's a bona fide baby face. Yes.
She's a baby face.
Yeah.
They need to go just make her a baby face.
Dakota could be heel. I seen that.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
turn on TV.
Yeah.
And they booed out the building.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't know what they trying to accomplish.
I don't either.
Then we got Shinsuke Nakamura Raw.
That was another
And you do this in the middle of a feud with Karrion Kross.
Right. All right, this is another pick I like. Ain't he and Karrion Kross feud right now?
And now you trying to do something with Shinsuke. Now you trying to go back to the combat thing. I know y'all trying to push that now since you merged with UFC. Because you never did it before. You never show him doing combat stuff.
Because of the Endeavor thing, you think?
Yeah, that's all that's for. You never show him doing combat stuff before.
Yeah.
Because if you notice, you're doing it with Brock Lesnar too. You talking about he's the most dedicated combat sports guy.
That's why they're saying that,
right?
You
drilling that home now since you merging.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all ain't doing it with Lashley. But
he's a combat sports.
But Lashley never fought UFC.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. He ain't never fought UFC.
What about Matt Riddle? They do that with him.
Yep.
He fought in UFC.
Yep. Shayna Baszler did too.
Yeah, Shayna Baszler. Yep. That's right.
You don't hardly say about Ronda Rousey. Y'all don't say she was the lightweight champ or
she was the
bantamweight champion.
Yep.
I'm like, come on.
I think, like you said, that's the reason they did that with Shinsuke, because of Endeavor, the combat sports thing. Yeah.
See, they doing all that. I want to see y'all. See, if they gonna get that bowl, just do me one favor. Yeah. Just do not do another brawl fall.
Oh God.
I might just don't do another brawl fall, please.
No.
And if you do it MMA style.
Yeah.
With some MMA fighters.
MMA fighters mixed, yeah. Because Conor McGregor would be perfect for that. And they've been, WWE been trying to get Conor. Well, hell, they together now.
Yeah.
So I can see Conor McGregor on WWE programming. Because he talked about he wanted to be with the, Sheamus and all them.
Mm-hmm.
So they get an Irish faction going. Yeah. But they said him and Sheamus are good friends. Him and Becky and Sheamus are cool.
That'd be a nice little click. Oh, got somebody's gonna talk about something here in a minute. But let's get to these last two. The NXT Women's tag team champions, Elba Fire, Isla Dawn. Did not see that coming.
No, I didn't see that. That's the one surprised me. The one I was telling you earlier. That one surprised me.
That I did not see that coming. I wonder what made them pick them two, because we all thought. See, this is what I thought pretty.
Shawn Michaels and Road Dogg. I said, yeah, NXT can pick.
Yep. Because see, this is where I thought Pretty Deadly was coming.
Now they may be Monday.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what when I was talking about earlier. I said that maybe it might have been Monday, but this is why I thought Pretty Deadly was coming.
Yeah.
Because if you did all that on NXT Tuesday, I really thought they was gonna push that and have them come on Monday.
Yeah.
Because I knew it was NXT picks. I knew that part.
Yeah, because you tell Shawn, when I saw Shawn and Road Dogg, I said, yes, it's NXT. And with this one here, that's telling me, since now, for those that didn't see it, you had Katana Chance and Kate Carter challenged them for the titles this Tuesday. Which that's telling me they're going to drop the belts to them. Now, I don't know if the choice is immediate yet. You know, they'll have a certain amount of time before they can, officially be there.
After back, I think everything goes into effect after Backlash.
After Backlash, okay. So they gonna drop the titles. I see. They may, because I'm thinking they are. But yeah, that one that shocked me though.
But this last one, it didn't. I get it, but it didn't make sense. The NXT Women's Champion, Indy Hartwell.
They told me one thing with that one, Dexter.
I said, okay. Now they've been talking about calling her up for a while, so that part I understand. But why put the title on her?
Right.
And then immediately call her up? That made zero sense.
Yeah.
Was that her consolation prize, saying, okay, we're gonna put it on you before we call you up?
Yeah. They told me that they gonna reunite her with Dexter. That's if Dexter gonna get drafted.
Right.
That's the question. Because if Dexter stays put, then they gonna put them together. And so, like I said, I think Johnny, that's another person too.
Yeah, because at this point,
Monday on that one,
Yeah, because at this point.
But as of now, her going to Raw.
Now, think about this. Who's she gonna drop the title to?
Yeah, I know that she just defended it.
Right, she just and won. So now I'm thinking they're gonna play that. I'm thinking. Right. So I'm thinking now they're gonna play that injury angle.
Yeah.
They might as well put it back on Roxanne.
Yeah.
Put it back on Roxanne. Let her and Tiffany Stratton feud for it.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Cause that's what it looks like. Cause look how she retained. She barely competed in the match. I was like, okay, so your women's champion and your women's tag champs got called up.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's my $1 million question: Are they gonna come in as a team, or are they gonna break them up when they get called up?
Talking about
Isla Dawn and Alba Fire.
Yeah. Well, they a team, I think. Yeah.
Cause they got they back. When they call them up, they do some backward stuff.
Cause they saying that Isla put she's supposed to be like the witch or something. Put the spell on Alba and all that, and controlling her. Well, that's not happening no more because she's with her. This ain't a control thing no more.
Right.
So, Yeah, I think they're gonna be a team because they gotta have somebody when this tag bill. But I tell you what, Monday's gonna determine everything.
Right. So like I said, that's your first 4 rounds. This weekend we're gonna get some more draft picks. We will mention those on next week's episode, along with the picks from Raw. But there are two other things I want to talk about. That's, I don't know if you saw the photos or the short videos that's been out, but have you seen the artist formerly known as Naomi, now going by
Yeah,
her real name Trinity? She's
yes.
officially on Impact.
Yeah, I saw just that one picture where she was like in a skirt.
But there's a video on Instagram on Impact Wrestling. Is a video of her coming from the back, going on stage. She's pretty much still using the glow entrance,
Yeah.
and she's going by her real name. And this Thursday on Impact, she speaks for the first time. Now, what
So
are your
that's what they was doing the takings for that Thursday.
so what are your thoughts on that?
Man, I want to see where this goes with her because I want to see what she got to say because this is gonna be interesting. Um, she got people she can feud with, over there. They got the Rosemarys and Giselle Shaws and all that.
Yep, Deanna Purrazzo, though Jordan Grace is
Right.
Jordan Grace. She's got a title shot at Under Siege. If she loses, she can't get a title shot as long as Deanna Purrazzo's champion. But she's pretty much gonna be a free agent.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking she's probably gonna lose. But why Impact?
Yeah.
That's the question though. What was it about Impact Wrestling
Made her want to
that
go
made
there.
you want to go to Impact? What
Because
drew
I
you
would
to
love
it?
to see her in
I,
AEW, to be quite honest. I could see her in Jade.
that's what.
Because I noticed, when you noticed the pic, they was at the Hawks game. And I said, these two look good together.
Yeah,
I said, whoa. I said, this could be some good chemistry here. She could be the top bad for Jade. But she let, Trendy let her, freelance herself. Not like, she normally she control, but she ain't gonna control her.
right.
You gonna let her talk. So, yeah, they look good together, actually. I'd rather see her than AEW.
I mean,
But
maybe.
I didn't understand Impact because I'm like, it looked like she, because I know a lot of folks say, while I was talking, said she looked like she don't fit there. They were kind of confused, like, why was she? But Sasha, you got Mercedes in New Japan,
Yes.
in Stardom.
Yeah. Just recently
So
lost.
she won't go to Stardom or New Japan with Naomi, with Mercedes.
Just recently lost the title and still signed an extension.
Yeah.
But she wanted
What she said she wanted to eat. She eating the food. She learned the language.
and she wanted to go to New Japan.
Yeah.
She wants
She
to.
dojo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she wanted to expand her horizons. She wanted to do stuff she get a chance to do.
She talked about forbidden door, all that stuff.
But you got to think about this. Her going to Impact probably not a bad thing. You got to start somewhere.
Right. Right.
You got to remember, Bobby Lashley went there and pretty much clean house.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody say. Impact pretty much gave him a resurgence.
Get her feet wet before she go to the big time.
I'm like, cause look, Kurt Angle went there, got a resurgence. Sting went there, got a resurgence.
Yeah. She may get a resurgence. Yeah.
I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing going there if you have a purpose to be there. And like I said, they have great female talent there.
Yeah.
Like I said, it might not. I mean, depending on how long she signed for,
Right.
she still might go to AEW. She might do work with New Japan.
Yeah.
But the first thing first, you got to get in the ring.
Gotta get in the ring. Gotta get your feet wet. Yeah.
And definitely got to work in company that you never worked before.
Yeah.
And you up there working with them Canadians. I mean, they know you,
Yeah.
but they know you as Naomi. You coming in as Trinity.
Trinity Part 2, yeah.
Cause I believe she was coming in what Trinity Star at first.
Yeah, which I like that name actually, Trinity Star.
Was it them she let the trademark expire or something like that?
Yeah.
So she's just Trinity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear what she got to say on that mic.
Mm-hmm.
On a live mic.
All right, yeah.
And WWE watching.
Let her say it. Because they mention WWE a lot sometimes.
Oh yeah.
So they'll let her say it. You could do a big shoot, a huge shoot on her.
So I wouldn't. That's one of them. I don't have access, but I can go on one of these little sites and go back and do a playback. I want to hear what she got to say. But last thing before we get out of here, Chavo Guerrero.
Okay.
Do you think he was working the fans, or you think he's serious?
Now, I think he's both. Because why would you say, if you were joking, I mean, you sit there and say you said it. But then you said it was a joke. Talk about, I was just trying to get the fans upset. I'm like, this ain't a show we doing, Chavo.
No.
This ain't a TV show. You actually said that he needs to stop prostituting. That's serious, dude. Prostitute in his name.
And I think he only said.
Prostitute his name.
And I think he only said all that because he kept getting called out by the fans.
Right, he meant that.
Because let me ask you this.
That was damage control, no pun intended.
Because here's the thing, Chavo, what are you doing to hold up Eddie's legacy?
Yeah.
I mean, think about this. Sasha, she came out when he was the Black Tiger, look.
Right, you didn't say nothing to her.
So then.
Ray reformed the LWO. At first you didn't say nothing,
and
but then now you out here talking about, Ray is prostituting you. Well, you should have told Mercedes that.
And I'm like, Chavo, Eddie's the reason why you even got hot.
Right.
Because when you came out on your own, nobody wasn't feeling you. When Los Guerreros came about,
right.
Come on.
Even in WCW, Eddie brought you in. They said, this is my nephew, Chavo. They didn't know who you was. They knew your dad.
Yeah.
They knew Chavo Classic. They knew Hector. They knew Mondo. They didn't know who you was. They know Chavo Classic.
I'm like, you up on the back end.
Right.
I'm like, you not even doing nothing to keep his name up.
Right.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, he don't really say it now, but I'm like, why were you saying all this when Eddie died, when Batista was doing it?
Yep. Batista he was breaking down. Yeah.
I'm like,
everybody doing tributes to Eddie, even Homicide did.
Yeah, I'm like, who didn't like Eddie Guerrero?
Right. I mean, you had Hernandez and Homicide pay tribute to him.
And now they got the new LWO music. They got the Viva La Raza on there.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah.
Oh, he flipped. Oh, he almost.
Viva La Raza.
I'm like, oh.
Flip.
I'm like, I'm about to say, oh Lord, I'm waiting for him to say, lie, we cheat, we steal.
Chavo finna flip off this one. Yeah.
I'm like, Chavo, stop it, man. I'm like, you
Right.
making a big. And then I saw something.
Wrong with that?
I saw
Yeah.
something when somebody said, why somebody said something like him and Ray were friends, and Chavo said no, they weren't.
Yeah.
He thought he was working the fans.
And then you like, oh, I was just joking. Yeah, I was just seeing if I could, I still got it. No, I'm like, no, bro, stop.
I'm like, you never had it.
Stop, Chavo.
I'm like, dude, remember, your biggest claim to fame, you was ECW champion. That hardly nobody. Matter of fact, who did you beat for that?
Right, and we can't forget. And we can't forget you had a gimmick change too on top of that.
Oh,
we was
well, we ain't gonna forget about that. You can completely.
You was the golf cat.
Yes. Let's go back to that. Who did he beat for the ECW title? Do anybody remember?
I don't know. I forgot.
Exactly. But we know who you lost to.
Yeah.
Quickly. As a matter of fact, didn't you lose it at WrestleMania?
Right.
To Kane?
Mm-hmm.
In like what, 7 seconds?
Right. You was a golf cat. They changed your gimmick, dude. You was a gorilla. They changed your gimmick.
And the
only.
only.
I say something when you was curling white.
And the only reason you changed, they switched it back over because Eddie died.
Eddie died. That's the only. How you think he would have still been curling when
Yep.
Eddie didn't pass?
Yep. That's the only reason why they did it. Well, I'm about to look through. I got to know.
So he's not prostitute. He just let his name live on. There's nothing wrong with that. So, Mercedes doing it. Homicide is doing it. Who else?
And then he talking about some.
Even Santana and Ortiz did.
Then he was talking about some all the money he making. He should give it to Eddie's daughters or give it to charity and all this other stuff. He beat CM Punk.
Well, you should be happy about that. Eddie had impact on these people.
Yes.
They said that the reason they became wrestlers was because of Eddie.
See, nobody ain't going around talking about something. Ooh, Chavo.
Yeah. That's not prostituting, bro. Let's let his name live on. We all love Eddie.
And like, no offense, when you pass away, I don't think we're gonna be going talking about some dun 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 dun. We ain't gonna be doing that. Sorry.
You must got mad when Ray pulled up in the lowrider playing nothing but a G thing. Then when it played Eddie's music.
Oh, I know he was hot.
Yeah.
Oh, I know he was.
Boy, man, even Eddie said in the interview, well, I consider Ray like my little brother. He said Ray just, he's just that good. Me and him have so much chemistry together. This was like, that was like 99, 2000. Eddie said he considered Ray as a little brother.
Okay, if by that logic, why they ain't jumping on WWE for keep putting them in the video game?
Right. That prostitute, WWE must really be prostituting Eddie then. If he put him in a video game.
I'm like, since we going there, why you ain't talking about them? Why you ain't talking about Peacock? All them Nitros and them Thunder and all them pay-per-views he was in.
Right. You had to bring you in talking about Eddie Guerrero was my favorite wrestler. So
I'm like, Trevor, were you mad? Cause were you even in the LWO?
No. They had El Dandy, they had Silver King, they had Psychosis and Juventud.
Yeah. Even El Dandy was in it.
Yeah, El Dandy.
Let's go down.
I actually said that El Dandy.
Let's go down the
Silver
list.
King,
They had Eddie Guerrero, Hector Garza, Damien, El Dandy, Psychosis, La Parca, Spider,
Silver,
Rey
yeah,
Mysterio, Juventud, Sequel Pay, Silver King, and
Silver King,
Villano
yeah.
5. And the current members now. You mad about that? You weren't even in the LWO.
You old, your
And
own blood wasn't in the
and you was a
LWO. So
relative and you wasn't even in it.
yeah,
Help me understand that.
right.
And you was there.
If you was there, he didn't put you in the LWO, and you blood.
And you wasn't even material.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what this all about.
But in that, he was talking about I was just kidding.
Oh, and let's not talk about Chavo, didn't you take the music? Didn't you take any music?
He took his music,
Doom
yeah,
doom 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 doom.
yes,
You
he
took
took that.
when Eddie turned heel, you took the music.
And then he turned heel, he turned the music, he took the music, yeah.
I'm like, do I need to go on?
Right.
So who was doing it first?
And then you brought your dad back. You brought Chavo Classic. Well, he was doing a few matches. You was always with him.
I ain't
He
even
had more
cruiserweight.
matches than him.
I ain't even cruiserweight champion.
Right, and his neck was cool. Yeah.
You was mooching off him. You was mooching off Vicky.
Yeah.
Vicky was your business manager.
Vicky was the man, yeah. My aunt Vicky, as he called her. Aunt Vicky.
Like you was mooching off everybody.
Right.
But everybody positive off Ed. Everybody, well, that probably been slapped you.
Eddie was like Chavo, shut up.
I'm like, so when you moved with,
Chavo, shut up.
I'm like, so were you mooching off all them people from when you was doing Glow?
Right.
I'm like,
People are influenced by me, Chavo.
I'm like, well, you mooching all them when you mooching off Gallows and Anderson
Right.
when it was doing talking Shopomania?
Talking Chavo, yeah.
I'm like, come on now,
Yeah.
since we going there.
Mm-hmm.
Now you meant it, but you can't push it because you sound crazy.
Right.
And if you meant that, why don't you pick up the phone and call Ray?
Exactly right. Could talk to him if you gonna talk to him. Just talk. We didn't need to know about that.
So it didn't.
Like with the Punk Cabana thing, we didn't need to know nothing about that. You could have talked to him face to face or on the phone.
That's good. So folks want some attention. When you not in the spotlight no more, you just
Yeah.
gonna do stuff. See Twitter be getting folks in trouble.
Trouble, yes.
That's why I don't have Twitter. I opened up an account and I never used it. Like when
It's
the
so
first time, I've never used it. I don't even remember you didn't know my password. I never used it. That was stupid.
That's more for celebrities, I think. This is like for celebrities, they. I mean, you could look it up on Google, and see what the WWE stars got them, and talk about what they did. They doing storylines even on Twitter too,
Right.
especially with Gigi and Jason. I
Mm-hmm.
think she got on the headset talking about her brother and all that, and I think Jason replied, "Oh, cry me a river, Gigi." So they just hyping their feud up,
And then they might end up having a loser leave NXT match.
Yeah. And she could be another person get called up.
Wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, like we said, this weekend we're gonna get more picks. Monday we're gonna get part 2. Next week we're gonna talk about those picks, and we got WrestleMania Backlash.
So we can do a prediction show on top of that.
Yeah, we gonna have a lot to talk about next week. But before we get out of here, as always, you got the floor.
Well, NFL draft when we got on here. I see that we got Will Levis. We moved up to number 33 in the second round. So, my team, we picked up Will Levis from Kentucky. Now, I'm thinking, I said, we got another quarterback. I said, but in a way, I'm glad we did because this is insurance, basically. If things don't pan. I know we get, in the first round, we got us an offensive lineman. But we trying to bolster our offense. We really need to bolster our defense, too. But there were some interesting picks in this NFL draft. Carolina got their quarter. There were a lot of quarterbacks drafted in the top 10. And I know right now, I didn't know they had that many rounds. I'm like, they got a lot of rounds.
Oh yeah. You remember back in the day they had about shoot. Back in the day they had what about 14, 15 rounds back in the day, but they dropped them about 7 rounds. So this is gonna be all weekend.
Well, I know your team had the 28th pick.
Yep. So yeah, we went defense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I know we picked up a running back in the 3rd round out of TCU. I saw.
So this would be somebody because see, y'all already got Michael Thomas. Y'all got, Carr. Y'all just picked up Carr. So you get your running back.
We don't know what Kamara gonna do.
Yeah.
We gotta get some better defensive backs. We got to stop the pass.
Yeah. And right now, Grizzlies Lakers the score 31-19 Lakers. Now I know you said that you had predicted they'll go 7 games.
Yep.
I said the Grizzlies better do something because they get beat right now.
And I like that.
Shut up. I'm so sick of tired of hearing
and let me say this.
Shut up and play, bro.
And let me say this. If they lose tonight, Dylan Brooks needs to get released.
He does. He talked too much for me.
He needs to get released. If that's gonna be, I'm not even gonna blame it on Moran being hurt. None of that. That's what I'm gonna blame it on. Dylan Brooks.
Yeah. Talking about he gonna have him a stellar game tonight, bro. Shut up and just play.
No, you did a no.
Cause you getting mean all over the NBA. You showed a picture of him with Honey, and it's like the bear that tore him to pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And he had all the honey. He looked like he been in the fight with a bear. So just shut up and play.
Like you talked all that noise to the wrong person.
That's the wrong bear to poke. LeBron?
I say, this dude, you think because he's been in the league 20 years, he ain't got it no more. I'm like, dude, if you lose this series, that's why.
Yeah.
And then like the last time they lost, he didn't want to talk.
He didn't want to say nothing, yeah. If you gonna talk the talk, walk the walk.
Yep. I'm like, take it.
Don't hide your hands.
I'm like, no, you got to take it on both ends.
Right.
Like if they lose this series, nope, I'll tell him. Like, no, take it behind out there.
Yep. You got to go.
Nope, nobody ain't talking but him.
Yeah.
Like I said, they got enough time.
Mm-hmm.
If they smart, they'll bench him.
Yeah.
Just take him out the game. But he's too busy trying to foul. He ain't playing defense.
Throwing these old regular shots, throwing shots that not even, because all these contested shots he throwing ain't even going in. And she shooting, he just jacking up shots.
Yeah, he playing the game. I'm like, dude, it's not your team.
No.
And that's another thing. And I know Ja getting upset. I used to see it all in his face.
See it in his face, yeah.
Like, dude, what are you doing? And I know, but like I said, if they lose, they're gonna have a conversation.
Yeah.
And he'll be gone next season.
Right.
He'll be gone. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that comes to the end of this week's edition of the Get Snap Podcast, episode 150. Be sure to continue to support Bad Superman TV right here on YouTube. Also, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you know when the new. That's very. So you know when we on. We get the Get Snap Podcast or the Get Snap Podcast Throwback Edition. But if you're new to the channel, you want to catch some of our older stuff, you can catch it right here. Or you can catch up top to our banner. You'll see Get Snap Podcast. It'll take you over to anchor.fm. You can go to all of our older shows. And you listen to them from there as well.
Right.
And with that being said, you guys have a great weekend. Be safe. We love y'all. We out of here.